What's going on? It's your boy Ryan Fraser, and I'm back with another one. Boxing Talk up north, y'all. What's going on, fans? We got a lot going on here today. We're gonna be having Ryan Rozicki in the building. Man, anybody that knows about this guy knows he is a exciting fighter. He's definitely one of the few dudes in the game in Canada that are positioned in a world title shot. I think he's probably the only guy outside of Christian and Billy. So shout out to him and his team for getting him in this position, man. Just bear with me. I'm about to send him over the link now. I know he said he can't come in until 9:30, but I'll just get that out the way. But yeah, let's talk boxing, yo. What's going on in the space? What's going on in the world of boxing? We've seen a lot of news today. We saw that the WBC has ordered Shakur Stevenson to fight William Zepeda, and they got until I think next month, August 20th, to come to an agreement or the purse bid. It'll be interesting to see where Zepeda goes. He's got options, of course. I think he's only got two options. When I look at it, they say four. Like Oscar says, yeah, he's number one in all four sanctioning bodies. But the fact of the matter is, Tank has the WBA title, Lomachenko has the IBF title, and they are looking to make a fight. So that takes two belts out of the equation, which means you only got Shakur Stevenson with the WBC and Baranchek with the WBO. So I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, shout out to Shakur Stevenson for positioning himself in with the big fight, especially with him leaving the network. Some people think that, Shakur Stevenson is not going to be able to land those big fights. But I want to know what you guys think. You guys think Shakur Stevenson should sign with Golden Boy? You know, is that a good home for him? Is Matchroom a good home for him? We saw what Eddie Hearn did with Jerome Boots Ennis. I thought that was extremely impressive. Shout out to Boots. Sold over 10K in Philadelphia, man. I wish I had that weekend off. I could have went to the fights. It's not too far here from where I'm at in Canada, Pennsylvania. But it looked good, man. Jaleel Hackett looked good. I spoke about him in my recap, and I'm excited to see what Eddie Hearn's gonna do with both men moving forward, because Jaleel Hackett, he's only like 10-0 now, I think, and that was a big step up fighting Pete Dobson. That's a guy who went the distance with Conor Benn. So it's gonna be hard to find some opponents for Jaleel Hackett without moving him too fast, because you got Boots right there too. Boots is at 147 as well. So you want Boots to be undisputed and then move up. That's what it sounds like Bozianis and them want to do. So that's why I'm not really banking on a Crawford fight right now, man. Terrence Crawford is trying to be 3-time undisputed at 154. And I'm just going to say this, man. If Terrence Crawford could run the 154 gauntlet, he is going to be mentioned as one of the best fighters to ever lace up a pair of gloves. I just think that's what it is. Okay, I'm going to bring in the champ right now. The main man, Ryan Rozicki. What's going on, champ? Oh, you're on mute right now. Here, let me see if I can unmute you. Oh, you gotta unmute, it says. Still can't hear you though. Oh, good there, champ. I'll just give Ryan Rozicki a chance to get in here. Yeah, man. But shout out to Eddie Hearn for bringing big time boxing to Philadelphia. Obviously, that's something he never did before. So it was new for all of us. I've never really seen big time boxing in what's going on, Ryan? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Take a look around here. Here, I'll give him a chance to jump back in. All right, automatically adjust. All right, yeah, sorry about that, yo. for the dead air. All right,
Yeah.
we'll try this one here.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. What's going on, Ryan?
Oh, shit. I just had to download the app there. Now it's working.
Oh shoot, man. Sorry about that, man. Hope that wasn't too much time
No,
for you.
no worries, man.
How's everything going up there in Nova Scotia, man?
I'm in New Brunswick right now. I'm
Oh, okay.
training here right now. I just started my training camp, but Brandon Brewer, buddy of mine.
Nice, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've heard around Brandon Brewer, man. He's been around for a while now. It's still good to see him get on cards and do shows out there, man.
Yeah, he just fought a couple weekends ago.
Yeah,
Right there. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, there must be a big following out there because like, he's done a lot of shows out there, and I know Tyson Cave was doing a lot of things out there at one point. How is it boxing wise in Nova Scotia? Is it good?
It's big, yeah. It's always been big around the Maritimes. You know, there's always been professional boxing here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you got a fight coming up. Obviously, we all wanted to see you take that belt away from the well. Is that the big announcement, or you can't let us know who's next yet?
Well, right now I'm just waiting for the contract, but they're telling me that they're rescheduled the fight for September 14th.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so
So that's just around the corner.
yeah, I didn't get the contract yet, but fucking that's what they're saying. So
Yeah, that's boxing, right? Like there's a
yeah,
lot of people that talk, man, and don't walk the walk.
no, that's for sure. That's for sure. I can't stand boxing sometimes.
Yeah,
Most
I mean the business of boxing is the worst. Like you guys, I get it. You guys just want to fight, man, but there's just so many roadblocks that are put in the way.
yeah, that's it's it's the money part there. People want to make money and they forget about what the whole purpose of boxing is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the WBC, like they just made Shakur Stevenson have to fight his mandatory now. I don't understand why they just couldn't well, it's good that they're making sure that you fight him because I was hearing he was gonna get the Jay Apataya fight for
Yeah,
that
no, it's that's I had seen an email from the president Mauricio that said that like he has to fight me because they made me mandatory, and if he
yes.
doesn't fight me, they're going to end up probably stripping him of the title.
No, that's good, man. That's good because we need more of these sanctioning bodies to follow through on this instead of passing, giving guys passes, especially when guys like yourself has worked yourself up the ranks, man. It's
Yeah,
not fair for you
crazy.
guys to have to sit down and wait.
No, it's crazy, man. And even if you look at the champ, like he fought like once in 2 years, and that was when he won the title against Makabu, who got knocked out in his
Right.
most recent fight.
Yeah. So like, was he when he came back? Did they automatically give him a high position or something like that?
Well,
Like, I,
yeah, I don't really know, man. Honestly, I don't really know.
mm-hmm.
I can't say too much because I don't know, but it just didn't. It is what it is. That guy was mandatory, and I don't
Right.
know.
Right. So you got your training camp started. Your coach Stevie, you're gonna be hanging with him soon, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna work my way up there, but I left Cape Breton and I kind of made a little deal with myself. I want to go from gym to gym and work my way to Ontario. Take my time and get as much
Mm.
sparring in as I can with all the heavyweights from here to Ontario, and just move around a little more this camp.
Yeah, no, that'd be good, man. There's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot of work there through Quebec that you can, a lot of gyms you can pop into and get that high level work. So I mean, that's a good plan actually. So once you get to
Yeah.
Ontario, you should be ready for Stevie Bailey.
Oh man, I'm ready to fight now. To be honest with you, I'm always ready for a fight. Like it's just you gotta take the steps to make sure that you're prepared, like your skills and your reflexes and all that stuff. But as far
Yep.
as like a shootout goes, I could get in there right now and do a 12 round war. That's no problem for me. That's easy for me.
Right.
It's staying disciplined and sticking to a game plan. That's the part that I need to be in. So it's like I don't do training camps to get in shape. I do training camps to work on a game plan and certain shots. You know.
No, that's how it should be. I hate when I see guys doing fat camps. I call them because like they're just losing all the weight, man, and they're not. Then they look terrible on the scale too. A lot of
Yeah.
those guys, and it doesn't end well for most of those guys, as we've seen Devin Haney and few of these other dudes get up there and then get beat. But as
They
far
don't
as
fight
that,
enough.
sorry.
They don't fight enough. Like in boxing today, it's like if you look back in the day, man, like these guys, like look at Henry Armstrong or um, even like Sugar Ray Robinson. These guys,
Right.
they go on tour and they'd fight like fucking 6 times in a month. You know?
Yeah, no, you're right. I had James Toney. I talked to him, and he has 90 fights, 92 fights, and I was looking at his box rate. He had like 14 fights in 1 year, and I
Yeah,
was
a good
like, oh,
example. He was an old school throwback fighter.
yeah, he was like one of the last dudes that were like that, like
Yeah.
fighting all the time. And he just said he just loved to fight.
Oh, and he could too.
Yeah, man, he was highlight real, man. So I mean, I'm surprised a lot of people aren't high on you, man, because I think like you are everything that they say boxing needs today. You are straight action, my guy, and you're
Yeah.
not ducking any smoke. And it's funny how people aren't talking about you enough because I think you and Jay Apataya would be a classic fight.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, listen, I don't know if I don't really care about who wins and loses, but I know that if I had him in a position where he was in the 12th round against Bradis, I would have knocked that guy the fuck out.
Yeah,
I know it.
no
I
doubt,
know that
man.
for a fact.
Yeah, Brady should have never been in there with him, but
No, he
that
didn't
fight
fuck
went the
that
way it
cage.
went. No, he didn't. He didn't. But yeah, man. So like you took a jump up against Oscar Rivas. Do you ever think you can get back to Bridgerweight, or you think like cruiserweight's your best weight?
No, I mean, I'm not even that big of a cruiserweight, really, but to me, it's the weight classes. I don't care. Like I'll fight whoever. I fought most of my fights been against heavyweights.
Yeah, like
A lot
smaller
of
heavyweights. Yeah,
yeah, smaller 220, 230 pound guys. But no, it don't matter to me. If you seen how I can hit, if
yeah.
it evens it out a little bit. I usually walk around like just over 200 pounds, 205, 206, something like that. So
Okay.
I don't do weight cuts or anything like that.
Nah, that's good, man. Cause like yeah, you're not depleting yourself at all.
No, I
Yeah.
eat. So you wouldn't believe how much I eat in a training camp. It's fucking crazy.
Nah, that's good. That means you're fighting at the right weight where a lot of the guys today are trying to be the bigger guys in the ring. They're trying to take the advantage. And I
Yeah.
think they should all be fighting at the same weight, like comfortable weight at least.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. That's what they used to do. Nobody used to cut weight back in the day.
Nah, yeah, I mean most guys just moved up and down a lot, like Sugar Ray Robinson, that guy. He moved
Yeah.
up and down a lot. And Rocky Marciano, like he's a small heavyweight, very small heavyweight.
Yeah, it's 180, 184, I think, in his prime, roughly around
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
crazy, man. So how has Three Lines Promotions been treating you? Like they're obviously the new kids on the block, but they've been obviously doing well with you.
Yeah, we kind of brought each other up. You know what I mean? Like I, uh, I helped them and they helped me get out there for sure.
That's great, man. That's
Yeah.
great to see. It's great to see that they always go to the conventions for you as well. I think that's a huge thing that people miss out on, but they're
Yeah,
they're always supporting you.
Dan has gone above and beyond, going traveling all over the world to tell everybody what he's got, and this is going to be the next world champion. So he's put a lot of time and effort in, and so is the other guys. Um, so yeah, I'm very grateful for them, and I come from like a loyal place, and we stick to the people you start with. You know,
Absolutely, man.
so
Never
I
bite the hand that feeds you.
never know, and I've had people come in and try to you know
Hmm.
offer me this and offer me that and promise the world, and I always just said fuck you. I stick to my people, and we're gonna come up together. We're gonna fucking fall hard together, but we're gonna, if you start with them, that's how you finish.
Absolutely, man. So like I know you're from Cape Breton, man. I've been lucky enough, like my mom's from Nova Scotia, so I've been up there a while. What's it like being up there, man? I feel like it's one of the wonders of the world. I think more people need to go visit Nova Scotia. Actually, can you just fill the fans in on where you grew up?
Well, yeah, it depends where you go. Like you can go to Cape Breton, and like I'm from Cape Breton, so we don't. It's a little bit out there. It's off the Nova Scotia, a little island, still part of the province, but it's kind of, a lot of people from there don't really leave. They're just kind
Oh,
of
okay.
their own world kind of place. But it depends where you can go. Like you can go to Cape Breton, you might see some of the places you've ever seen, like as far as scenery goes, and it's pretty cool. But then you go there this wrong time of night in the wrong area, and you find yourself in a real brutal situations. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man,
So it's uh, it's a
all
different
there
kind
you
of
know, I
place.
guess.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I love Nova Scotia, man. I always tell my buddies to go up there and check it out. It's
oh
definitely
yeah,
one of those places.
for sure.
Absolutely, man. So, like, what got you into boxing? Like,
Well, that goes back to that. So like I said, I grew up in Cape Breton, a place called Sydney.
okay,
And I used to go out with my buddies when I was like 15, 16, and everybody wants to go to house parties to pick up girls and drink and all that. All I wanted to do was go there to see who wanted to fight. That's all I cared about. I wanted to fight everybody. So, that one thing leads to another. You get in trouble with the law and all that. So I ended up getting in trouble with the law quite a few times fighting. I mean, I still do sometimes, but back then it was a very common thing. I was every weekend. So I ended up getting like court ordered to join a sport,
okay,
and then my dad was like, "Well, you like to fight, might as well try boxing." So tried that, and then just got addicted to it, and it kept me
yeah,
out of
man.
trouble. It still does, really. Like if I didn't train every day, if I didn't box and have a goal, like
Right.
I'd be out there just doing the same shit.
Nah, you hitting the bag every day. That makes a difference.
Oh yeah, I have to do that. If I don't do that, someone's gonna piss me off, and they're gonna get it.
Well, at least, man, you're taking your aggression and using it the right way. I mean, no better place than boxing because you get to legalize hit somebody. You're not gonna get in trouble for it.
No, and
Yeah,
it's a challenge too. Like you go out in the street, you can be a bully, and you can use your skills and all that, and it's like taking candy from a baby.
yeah,
It's
that's
not
true.
it's not even fun after a while. And
No,
then
no.
you want to challenge somebody who might knock you the fuck out. So
Yeah, that's where you guys get the rush, man. When you're in that ring, I'm sure. When you know
yeah, so
somebody's dangerous.
the risk, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's crazy, man. So did your amateur career, like, how long did you fight in the amateurs?
I fought from like 2011 until 2015 in the amateurs. I had
Oh,
about
okay.
I had about 20 some fights. I think I had like maybe 10 wins and 12 losses, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was
Wow,
I
man.
wasn't good in the amateurs. I was you see those big padded gloves and the headgear and the shorter fights. Guys would just
Yeah.
jab and they would hold me. And
Oh, okay.
if I didn't knock them out in the first round, I'd usually tire out and just get outboxed. So it was never. But so then once I turned pro and put the little gloves on, it made a huge difference.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So you basically learning on the job. Well, still learning on the job, man, which is impressive because you've come a
Yeah,
long way. Like, obviously you only lost to Oscar Rivas, but like that's no slight. That guy is a great fighter himself. I
yeah,
thought
he's
he
a
beat
serious fighter.
Dillian White. So I mean, he's high level.
Yeah, yeah, he was world champion. He was.
Yeah, yeah, you made him earn it. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, but never defended it. He had to retire after that fight.
Yo, you got yeah. I mean, you could say that you kind of retired him, man. You put him through that war and
Yeah.
made him think about it going back in that ring. So
Well, I
that is
think
something.
there's something that happens to a fighter when they say, and I'm not saying it never happened to me, but I just don't think it will. But when you train your whole life and you give everything you got to boxing, and you want to believe that there's no way you'd ever break inside the ring. But when you
Right.
find yourself in front of someone who's just willing to go farther than you, it can take something from you. Like it can make you question if am I hungry enough for this?
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. I think a lot of fighters go through that, especially in the wars, like you guys went through. It takes something out of them that tells them like, nah, this ain't. I don't need to do this again.
No, it's not worth. This ain't worth it. I got a family. I got this. I got all this shit. Like,
Yep.
fuck dying for this. But for me, that's just a deal I made of myself. I'm going to the death, so I don't care. Like I'm right back in there the next day if they offer it.
Right. And I think a lot of the fans don't understand that. Like, they see like you guys will get the towels thrown in and stuff like that, and it's really the coach that is saving you from you because you will die you will die in there. You'll go
Yeah,
out on your
some
shield.
of them will.
Yeah, man. And
Yeah,
I felt like Deontay Wilder was one of those guys who he was willing to go out on his shield, and Mark Breland probably saved his career. But
yeah,
that's what the coaches are there for. They're there to save you from yourself.
oh yeah, definitely. My coach is he. Yeah, he was with me in some tough situations after fights for sure. We had some interesting hospital trips. We'll say that.
Oh man, I got a couple questions here from the fans, man. I'm gonna pull one up here. This made me laugh. He said, "What did your old man say to Noel the week after you canceled your
Huh.
fight?"
I guess he walked up to him and he was like, "You're ducking my son," and he said, "What?" And my dad pointed to his face and he goes, "There's no fucking cut over your eye." There was no cut over his eye. My dad
Yeah,
told me there wasn't a mark on him.
yeah. I was watching the fight and I was saying the same thing in my head. I'm like, if the cut was deep enough, he'd still have a scar tissue or something.
My dad, listen, I can't. I'm just going by what people tell me, and my dad and other people that were there, because I had a few buddies that ended up going to that fight anyway. They had tickets booked and all that, so they ended up just going anyway.
Hmm.
And everybody who saw him in real life said there wasn't a mark on his eye.
Yeah, yeah. I
That's
agree,
you know,
man. It looked fishy. It looked to me like he probably thought he was gonna get out that fight and get the Jay Apatow fight. He thought that's what was gonna happen. But I'm glad the WBC put their foot down on that situation
yeah.
for you.
Well, I still didn't get the contract yet, so we'll see. But I
Yeah,
have a
you're
lot
right.
of,
Yeah,
I got a lot of nice things. Like WBC, I believe that they won't do me wrong. They seem like they're fucking good people, and you know, Mauricio's a man of his word. So
yeah. He's had it to strip guys when he's had to strip guys. So I mean,
yeah,
that's what it's got to be. He's got to strip in, and you fight for a vacant title, and that's what it is.
yeah, whatever. I'll end up fighting the number two, which is the guy that I already fought. So
Okay, who is that then?
that's that guy from Argentina, the
All right,
native.
right. Somebody else asked a question. What is your diet like? I heard him say he only eats what he hunts.
Most times, I mean, that's when I'm home. That's when I'm in Cape Breton because I got the deep freezer full of deer and moose and bears and whatever. But
Nice.
when I'm on the road, like right now, me and Brandon just went to Swiss Chalet and got a bunch of chicken, or we got to go to Montana's and got steak, mostly meat.
Yep, yeah. Well, I heard you. Yeah, like you said, you don't really have to cut as much as like other guys would. So I'm sure your appetite or your diet is not really that bad.
No, I just make sure I eat everything is lean. Like no sugars, no that stuff. Just usually lean meats and vegetables and like smoothies and stuff. Just I don't overthink the diet part. I just eat clean and eat healthy, and that's it.
Yeah, I've never understood that really. I feel like if you are training enough and you're in around the right weight, you should be fine. I feel like it's when guys are doing these big weight cuts and trying to stay bigger in the division. That's when they're doing all that crazy stuff with the protein powders and the all that
Yeah,
other weird stuff.
a lot of garbage out there.
Yeah, you're right, man. It is.
There's a lot of garbage, and there's a lot of garbage information, and there's a lot of garbage people trying to make money off of dumbasses.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of money in that industry. Absolutely, man.
Everybody's trying to make money, right?
Yep. I got another question here from Wick Wires. He said, "Are you watching any young boxing prospects in the Maritimes right now? Any guys we can look forward to?"
Um, I don't know. Is there any young guys? Sean Finnegan.
Okay,
Sean
Sean
Finnegan.
Finnegan.
He's that.
I know
Um,
Sam Wyatt from out there, I think, as well.
oh, Wyatt Stanford.
Yeah, sorry, Wyatt
Yeah,
Stanford. That's it. Yeah.
he's that guy can fight. He can really fight.
Yeah, he beat my
Funny.
brother one time in the amateurs.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good fighter, man.
He's actually I forget. I like to see what happens when he turns pro. I'm sure he's gonna. I bet you he's gonna do real well.
Yeah, he's gonna do good. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a bunch
absolutely.
of guys. Like the Maritimes is full of fighters. For there's no shortage of fighters here, and everybody's tough. Like
Hmm.
everybody will give anybody a run for their money. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, man. I got another question here. Does Ryan still draw pictures? I thought you were gonna be a dope tattoo artist when you were growing up.
No, I
No.
just paint the canvas with blood.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
No, I did. I
I
used to
like
draw a
that
lot of
one.
guns back in the day when I was in that guy must have been from elementary school or something. Jesus,
Oh,
that's a long
baby.
time ago. I used to like John. I used to love John Guns.
Got another one here. If you could live off the land in the mountains and not need money to do so, would you still box?
Absolutely, I'd box people who tried to come up and come on my land.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight till I'm an old man.
Yeah, you're saying fighting is just in you, man. And I
I
think
just love fighting.
like I tell people all the time, like boxing is a sport that chooses people. Like you don't walk in a gym and choose to be hit in the head. I don't think so. Like my dad's owned the gym his whole life, and I've never thought about fighting because I know what it feels like to get cracked, and I don't like
Yeah.
it. Like
Well, some people like it, some people don't.
exactly, yeah. So it's not for everybody.
No, I get that for sure. Some people shy away from that stuff.
Yep, you're right, man. There's even some fighters they say today that fight like Shakur Stevenson's getting a lot of flack for that. They say he runs.
Yeah, he does.
Yep. All right, got
Or
another
boxes,
question.
whatever.
Yeah. Ever keep in touch with any of your opponents, like Sean Miller?
Yeah,
You ever
Sean
keep in
Miller.
touch with him?
I've talked to him. He's a really nice guy. Really nice guy.
That's good. You ever like go down and
Couple. Yeah.
do work with him ever? Like he's American, right?
Yeah. No, I never did. No, I never ever sparred with any of my opponents or anything like that. Some of them, I punched them out if I saw them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just
Some of
got
them,
bad blood.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some guys do get pretty disrespectful in the press conferences and stuff like that for no reason.
yeah. I don't take lightly to that at all.
Yo, you shouldn't, man. Like some things just shouldn't be said.
No, I take everything personally. Sometimes even a guy don't even have to say anything. I'll just pick a reason, just fixate on it. I remember there was one guy, like, he never said anything bad, but I didn't like the way he smiled too much or something. I don't know what it was, but
Right,
whatever
right.
it is, I'll take it as like, oh, he's not taking me seriously. And maybe not. Maybe the guy just likes to smile, but I'll just fixate on a reason to hurt them and
That's
not even
like
need one.
Michael Jordan. They say used to just pick on things that opponents would say and use it as motivation.
Really?
Yeah, they say it'd be like the smallest thing, smallest gesture. He would just take it personal and just go crazy on the teams.
Oh yeah,
MJ was like that.
I get that for sure.
I got another question. What Canadian, like all Canadian fights do you want to see?
I want to see Ryan Young fight Brandon Brewer.
That'd be a good fight, man.
Yeah, I want to see
Yeah,
that.
that'd probably be the right time for it right now.
Yeah. What else is a good one? Um, Shane Upshaw fight Jay Bard.
Okay. That's a heavyweight bout, I believe.
That's a heavyweight
Yeah,
belt. Yeah. Shane's a smaller heavyweight, but Jay's not really that big either.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, two
Maybe
smaller heavyweights.
two southpaws. Interesting fight. Me and Brand were talking about that today, and I want to fight John Pascal if I was to fight a Canadian.
Oh shoot, man, that'd be a good fight. I mean, Pascal probably is fighting at cruiser now,
He
or
is. They offered him that fight for when Noel, if Noel postpones again. They actually, I think they offered him for me and him to fight for like an interim because I wanted to fight right
WBC.
away, right? Yeah, and
Yeah.
John said that he needed more time or needed a warm up fight or something.
Okay. I mean, that'd be a great fight for you, man. I mean, Jean Pascal, obviously former world champion. That's a big name under your belt, and if you go in there and knock him out, people are gonna
Yeah,
have to look your way.
definitely he'd be
And
there for the taking now. He's still
yeah,
dangerous. Don't get me wrong, the guy's still dangerous,
but if
but
you
it's
did that in Montreal, that'd be big for you because all your fan base can come down and his fan base can come down. Like that'd be a huge event.
yeah, pretty cool. I'd
Dang.
definitely fight him any day of the week.
Wow, man. So like John Pascal, who is he? Is he still with Yvonne Michelle or
I
is
think
he with?
so. Yeah, I think he is. I'm not 100% sure. I just remember when they brought his name up to me, I was just like excited. I was like, okay, that's a guy I want to fight.
Yeah, no,
And
absolutely.
he just didn't. I'm not saying said no, but I guess he wanted more time or wanted a warm up fight or something. There was a
Okay.
reason. Yeah,
Needed a tune up. Yeah, because he's been out the ring for a while, so he's probably trying to get the ring rust off.
yeah, maybe so. Yeah,
Wow, man. I mean, that'd be a good fight for you. I hope obviously, I hope you get the Noel fight because that's obviously the WBC belt. You
Yeah,
want to be a title holder, and then you got some more leverage on when you go into negotiations, which would be great for you. Be on that side of it.
yeah.
But yeah, is there any other fights that you would want personally outside of Noel?
Um, I mean, I want that rematch with that Argentina guy because he's the only guy on my record that made it out. You know.
Oh, really?
Well, he's my only. I got 20 wins, 19 knockouts, and he's the one decision. And then
Okay.
my one loss. Um, the guy never fought again. So in a way, I mean, I lost the boxing match, but I kind of felt like I did what I was there to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
hurt him. So the Argentina guy is the only guy that I fought that I didn't hurt.
Yeah, it's ever made it out. Yeah.
He made
Wow.
her out. He made her out with nothing but a couple broken hands from punching me in the head. Yeah, I didn't have a good night that night. Fuck, it was a tough one.
He's a tough guy, eh? Yeah, some of them are like
No, he
that.
wasn't. No, he wasn't tough at all.
Oh, you think it was just an off night for you in general?
Uh, no, I'm not going to take that away from him. I just thought that. Fuck, I'd be honest with you. There was one point I thought that somebody in his corner was in there hitting me too.
Oh, really?
He was just all over the place. He wasn't there when sometimes I thought he was in one place and then he was in the other. He was just a really good boxer, you know.
Wow, it sounds like a very awkward style of fighting he does.
Yeah, it was a style that made it was difficult. So now I've since that fight I fought a couple guys that were they were movers and I can handle that style a lot better now. So I want to try. I want to make a second go at that, and I want to. That's one of the guys that I really want to fuck him up bad because he's an arrogant bastard.
He just got away, man. He got away.
He got away and then he ran his mouth. And if he was running
Oh,
his mouth
okay.
like that when he was in Cape Breton, I would have put his head through the pavement.
Man, what about Lawrence Okoli? You think that'd be a fight you'd want one day too? I know he's at
Uh
Bridgerweight, but
no,
he's a
I wouldn't.
small.
I definitely wouldn't want to fight that guy.
Nah.
No, he's just
Yeah.
too awkward. Maybe I knock him out. Maybe he knocks me out, but he's not going to make a fight of it. He would miss the right hand, grab me, and hold on until the ref breaks up.
Oh,
Miss the
I
right
see what you're
hand,
saying.
grab
Yeah.
me, hold it, and he's just big, gangly with long arms. It's an ugly fight.
Yeah. Yeah. It
I
does nothing for you.
like. I would rather like Billum Smith. Billum Smith is going to
Okay.
fight. J.A. Poitier, he's probably going to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
might move a little bit, but he'll probably stand there and try to knock me out at some point.
Yeah. Bill Smith. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He'll fight with you. That's
He'll
for
fight
sure.
with me. Most of these guys will fight with me, but like, Cole, he wouldn't fight with me. He's a really nice guy though. I like him. I met
Yeah.
him.
No, he's a good guy. He's done well for himself, obviously getting up to the Bridgerweight
Yeah,
position.
he just won that belt, didn't he?
Yeah, he stopped the guy in the first round. Like I don't even know how that guy had a title. Like it was like a 30-second fight. It was terrible.
Crazy, hey? Crazy. Imagine what Rivas would have did to these guys.
Yeah, Rivas probably could have defended that belt multiple times if he wanted to.
Yeah, I think he got messed his eye up when we fought.
All like his orbital bones or something like that.
Detached retina.
Oh, retina. Yes, that's a
Yeah.
big injury for boxers, man. That
Yeah.
makes you or breaks you.
And I mean, he did everything. He was gonna he won the belt. He had big fights and he had a good career. Maybe he just said, "Fuck it, I'm not going through this again."
Yeah, yeah. No, he was getting older too, and I'm pretty sure that you sent that through him. Like, yeah, this is. I don't need to fight no more. I mean, he's probably made good money. He had a lot of good fights in his career.
Yeah,
So I
no,
mean,
it's a tough night.
he probably did well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you're gonna be watching Lucas Body, your teammate, fight this weekend in Florida.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll definitely be watching that close. Hey,
Yeah, man.
Lucas. I tell you right now. I met a lot of fighters around Canada and Ontario. Like, honestly, most of the fighters there are not. They're like athletes.
Hmm.
They're not really fighters. They're good. They're good boxers and they're great athletes. But it's very rare you meet somebody from the city that got some fight and some dog in them.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But Lucas, I give him that. This guy can fight. I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people. There's
Yeah,
a handful of guys that I've met outside of the Maritimes that are real scrappers.
yeah. Lucas he hits hard. Like I.
He hits fucking hard. He's one of the hardest punchers in the country in any weight division. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
he is. Yeah, I give him that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him because I think he's gonna win, pull the upset, and he's
Yeah,
gonna deserve everything that comes to him after this.
yeah. He's a hard worker. He's very consistent too.
Absolutely, yeah. So I
Yeah,
mean, he's probably like in the gym a lot with you as well. Like when you're in camp.
yeah. We're always when I'm in Ontario at the gym training with Stevie. Like he'll come on the pads and next to me and stuff, and we're always like trying to see who's faster and and I don't know. Sometimes he thinks he can hit harder, but not a fucking chance.
Yeah, yeah,
No, no, like I don't
yeah,
care. Listen, there's all kinds of better movers and jabbers and boxers and this and that. Nobody hits harder.
yeah, man. Yeah, that's why I was saying to people like I don't know why they don't talk about you more because you hit, man. When you hit
Oh
people, you
yeah,
hear it. It's like a shotgun.
and they're usually different. Like look at my record. I don't know how many guys, but I know there's quite a few on my record that couldn't box anymore.
Oh, really? Like they just never fought after you, eh? Oh,
No, they like waking up from a car crash. You just don't want to drive a car again. A lot of people when they wake up from a car crash.
no, that's true, man. That's true. So
Mm-hmm.
like I know you're big in the boxing history, man, and that's pretty much your inspiration to be like Jack Dempsey. Why Jack Dempsey?
Because there's when I told you the story earlier about how I got into boxing. So after my dad took me to the gym, I'm like 15.
Hmm.
I didn't know a thing about boxing. Like I've heard, I think I didn't even know anything about like Mike Tyson, nothing, And so I go back home. Back then, we got those big computers with the the keyboards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I remember I googled like boxing. I started looking things up, and I seen I was like going through videos, and I'm like, oh, okay, there's all these guys, and I wasn't interested. Then I saw this black and white video, and I'm like, holy fuck, boxing's old. So I watched that video, and it ended up being Jack Dempsey versus Jess Willard. So I
Wow.
watched this fight, and I'm watching it, and I'm just like, holy fuck, I want to be that guy, that Jack Dempsey character. The hair shaved up, he's like bald up halfway up his head. Looked like someone
Yeah.
put a bowl on his head and cut his hair. Didn't give a fuck. Farmer's tan, goes in and just like murders this guy. Breaks his jaw, his eye socket, knocks his teeth out, breaks his ribs. Massacred Willard. Willard never fought again. And
Jeez.
before that fight, boxing was known as like a gentleman's sport.
Yes, it was. Yeah, you're right.
And when Jack Dempsey came into the scene, he put violence into the sport. He put the brutality into it.
Yep.
And then as years go by, there's other fighters that did. Sonny Liston, Mike Tyson,
Yeah,
Roberto
Sonny.
Duran, all these types of fighters. But Jack was the original. He was the original fucking menace.
Yeah, he was, man. Yeah.
And then the way we are now in this weird generation of like I don't know what the fuck is happening,
It's
but
yeah,
you know
James 20 called it the pussy era.
it's a pussy, it's a era of Pop Tarts. And everybody's trying to like fucking censor shit, and they stop fights early, and it's just I don't know. So I'm here, and I think I'm on the same path Dempsey was on, where he brought that into the sport at a time that it was needed, and I think right now we need another Jack. We need someone to come
Yeah.
in and remind people that this isn't this isn't fucking game of badminton. We're trying to slug each other to death in here, you know.
Yeah. And I
And
think this is the perfect time because like I said, the fans are demanding blood. Like Shakur, he beat up on dude, but they were mad he didn't get a knockout.
yeah, it's boring
People
as
want to
fuck.
see blood.
Boring as fuck. The only most exciting guy lately in that, like those younger guys, would have been Ryan Garcia because he brought excitement. That little
Yeah, he
fucker,
was knocking people out. Yep.
But is a character too. He's quite the character there.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he knows how to stir the pot.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's okay because, you know, good. any type of attention is good attention if you can use it the right way, and Ryan
Yeah.
Garcia knows how to do it.
Well, but a lot of them are acting. I'll be honest. Like these guys are. A lot of them are actors. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I just. It's not really hard. Go Google my name, type in Ryan Rozicki, and you'll find a lot of information that's not positive, because I'm not playing the game here. This is exactly who I am when I go in the ring, and I'm trying to beat motherfuckers to death. You know,
Yeah,
because I know that that can be done to me. So better their mom cry than mine.
yeah, no, that's good, man. I mean, I like seeing a fighter like you, especially coming from Canada. I don't think we've had a guy like you. I don't maybe ever. I'm gonna say ever. Just
Um,
maybe George Travalo. Maybe he
nah.
was a beast.
Well, yeah, he was a mean motherfucker, George
Yeah,
Chuvalo.
he
Yeah.
was a beast. But I mean, he didn't crack like you cracked.
Maybe Sam Langford, but
Oh,
different level. Like
Lanford.
I
Oh
you know,
man, forgot
I
about
can't compare
him.
myself. I can't compare myself to that. These guys fought all time greats. So I might be a little different when it comes to my rage and my style and the violence, but these guys, they fought all time greats. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah, that's true. We'll never take that away from those guys. They definitely put in the work, and that was obviously like Canada boxing was in a whole different light at that point. It's gotten weird now. I think back then it was really good. Like I remember guys saying we were competing up with the U.S. and the Cubans all the time.
oh yeah.
Now we can't. Like,
No, but if you really look into it, you'll find like it all comes down to like marketing and who's got who behind them marketing them, because most of the great fighters you never heard of them. I
mhm,
tell you guys like who beat. I can tell you a guy's name was Ralph Tiger Jones. If you look him up, look at his wins. He probably had
mhm.
20 some wins, 20 some losses, and this is back in the 50s. So he'd be considered a journeyman,
Right,
or
right,
even maybe a little bit below a journeyman. But this guy beat Sugar Ray Robinson in his prime, like
right,
beat the piss out of him, and he just never had no promotion behind him, never had the hype behind him or the exciting character, so no one ever knew who he is.
right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
The
that
greatest,
is.
the greatest
Mhm.
fighters in boxing, I can guarantee you that we've probably never heard of them.
Yeah, or there's a lot of guys that just never got the opportunity that
Never got it.
deserved it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right, man. And that's unfortunate because it's like you got all these other guys who are like divas who are getting the machine behind them, and the real fighters are kind of like having to go like up the route, and it's such a hard route when you're doing it small, man. It's almost
Oh,
like
for sure.
it's so stressful just trying to get fights.
Like if you look at like, for example, like I'll use myself obviously for example. Look at my record, and it's easy to say, oh, this guy fought all his fights in Canada. I've heard a couple people say that before, like, oh
Hmm.
yeah, what happens when he goes to the States, or what happens when he goes. I'm like, look at my fucking record. They came from the States to here. Just
Right,
because they got
exactly.
knocked out in Canadian soil doesn't mean they wouldn't have got knocked out over in theirs.
Right.
I'm just lucky where I got the promoter who brought them over.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
fought these
exactly.
guys. I fought good fucking guys that we just fought in Canada.
Yeah, you're right, man. And you should be saying too, like tell them to send the contract. Like you're not ducking nothing.
Oh, I don't care. I'll go anywhere and fight anybody,
Yeah.
anytime. Don't matter to me. You
Yep.
know. I was trying to get a fight a couple weeks ago when Brandon fought. Brandon fought in Halifax, knocked this guy out from
Hmm.
Argentina. But I was asking the promoter Kyle. I was like, "Can you just get me a fight? Like, I'll bring my gloves and my shit. Like, I don't even care if it's an exhibition, just a heavyweight, somebody from the crowd. I don't care.
You
You
just
know?
want to swing, man.
Yeah, I just want to fight.
Nah, that's good, man. Because there's a lot of guys in boxing that just think they're businessmen now, and it's good to see a straight fighter, man. A guy who just wants to fight. Because
Yeah,
I don't understand it. Like we got so many good boxers now, and everybody just wants to be like Floyd Mayweather. Everybody wants to make money
yeah. Be
and
undefeated and shit.
yep, be undefeated, protect the records.
I was like thinking, I can't wait till I get knocked out a few times, and if it might not happen, but if it does, like that's no problem to me, because then I'll go back down a couple levels and I'll get to fight more. Because when you're at that high level, every fight's a big fight. Every fight has this big negotiations, and you got all these businessmen involved and this and that. fights take time, and you fight less. When you're at that lower
Right.
level coming up, you're fighting every weekend if you want to on a club card somewhere, trying to make a name for yourself. Like, so
Yeah.
I know where my career's at now, and I'm like coming into like peak, and then I'm gonna stay there for a bit. I'm not gonna fight too much, but I can't wait to drop off to when I get to fight every month again.
Right. And more guys might actually sign up to fight you if they see you looking like that because they think that they can go and do the same thing or now you look human.
I'll be knocking people out till I'm like 45, I think, at least. At least. Yeah.
Oh man. That's what's up, man. So like any other inspirations you had in boxing other than Jack Dempsey?
Oh yeah, I liked I Sonny Liston. I really like Sonny Liston. Like, just a mean motherfucker, you know. Um, I like Stanley Ketchel. I don't know if you've heard of Stanley Ketchel.
I haven't, but I might have to check him out. Was he
Check him out.
heavyweight?
He would have been he would have been a light heavyweight, but we're talking like late 1800s, early 1900s. He was a madman. This guy, he was an absolute madman. He fought Jack Johnson. So yeah,
Okay,
heavyweight.
Jack Johnson was the guy. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He actually he had an agreement with Jack Johnson that they were gonna like take it easy on each other. But
Mm.
Ketchel just didn't give a fuck, and he cracked Johnson, knocked him down. And then Johnson ended up being like, okay, that's how you want to play it. And he cracked Ketchel and knocked all of his teeth out. There's like a famous
Jeez.
video of Jack Johnson like picking teeth out of his gloves. And
Oh,
those
man.
were Ketchel's teeth. And then he ended up messing around with somebody's wife, and the guy came to a farm and shot him. So
Oh shoot.
his career ended up ending pretty early.
Wow.
So we don't actually know how great he was.
Right, yeah, who he would have became.
Yeah, but he was apparently. You look into him anyway. He's an interesting story.
Wow, man.
Yeah, but Jack Dempsey, there's that's it. He's like my god, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, man. That's crazy because a lot of very few guys speak about Jack Dempsey and even know about him. But
Yeah,
like, yeah, like you said, like he was a bad mofo. And like I like Roberto Duran because he was the same way.
yeah.
And he would move up all those weight classes and fight all the top guys and get in the press conference, disrespect them. But like he was a mean dude. He was just a mean guy.
Oh yeah, Dempsey was a bit more like, you know, he was humble too. Like, he was respectful of his opponents, but in the same breath, he was very well known to like crack people in the streets a lot. Even when he was an old man, there's a story of him downtown New York, just like hammered a couple people, and he was like 80 years
Oh
old.
Jesus.
You know, but he was also like a super gentleman as well. You know.
Yeah. Nah, that's great, man. Jack Dempsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we'll be looking out for you. September, we said 14th.
Yeah, it's supposed to be September 14th, but
I'll be
like
at
I
Don
said, that
King.
I didn't get a contract yet, so right now I'm just this is just what I'm told, right?
Yeah, it's just in the air right now.
In the area.
Yeah, so I'll be Don King. That's what's up. How is it working with Don?
I'm not working with him. My promoter. I just met him that one time there at the press conference that I went to.
Yeah, I can't believe in 2024 Don King is still around. Like, guy's like 90 years old.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool seeing him in real life, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's a legendary promoter.
Yeah, he could still talk the talk up there.
Yeah,
You know?
he's still promoting the fight, man.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, man. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go, Ryan. I appreciate you for coming in, man, and speaking with me and the fans. Where can we find you on your socials?
My social media is I think it's just Ryan_Rozicki on Instagram.
Yeah, man.
And I got a boxing page does all right on Facebook. I know a lot of young people aren't on Facebook anymore, but the older crew's still on Facebook. So that's
Yep.
just Ryan Rozicki Boxing.
Yeah, make sure y'all go tap into that, man. But yeah,
That's
man,
it.
we'll be watching out for you for sure. You're obviously somebody who's very inspirational to the new generation, I think, coming up. And I hope we see more guys like you who just want to fight, man.
Yeah, I can hope so too.
Yeah, man. But we'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, sounds
Peace,
good,
man.
buddy.
Thanks for
Have a good
having
one.
me. Yeah, that's Ryan Rozicki, man. Obviously, number one in the WBC right now. He said he's pending his title shot. I hope he gets it, man. I hope everything goes well because this guy's been waiting in line for a while and he definitely deserves it. So we'll see what happens with Ryan Rozicki. Hopefully they announce the fight soon because September is coming up. So hopefully they can get that fight announced. And obviously he started camp already, so he's getting ready. He'll be ready in September in Canada. We're gonna have a new champ, cruiserweight division, WBC, Ryan Rozicki. Peace.